Senate ObamaCare. That's the verdict from the Congressional Budget Office. They say that Mitch McConnell's Senate health care bill could lead to 32 million people losing their health insurance. The Senate bill would scrap the individual mandate offering freedom for many young people to forgo health insurance, thus creating an unstable insurance pool of older, sicker Americans. This would lead to health insurance companies raising premiums. The result of this fiasco, insurance plans could cost 25% more next year, then skyrocket 50% after subsidies are eliminated, and could actually double in a decade, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, who during the campaign boasted of his very good brain, has had 4 shifting, contradictory positions. Position number 1, he urged the Senate to repeal and replace. Position number 2, repeal only, to start a clean slate, which he called it. Of course, this would lead to the healthcare fiasco we had before Obamacare, and we all remember that nightmare. Position number 3 for Donald Trump: do absolutely nothing, sit back, and deliberately let Obamacare crater just to be spiteful and blame the Democrats. In reality, of course, this would mean the total collapse of the American healthcare system. Of course, Donald Trump and members of Congress and their families, they don't give a damn, because they'd have great health care, while millions of other people would lose their insurance. Trump position number 4. Trump is demanding that House and Senate members don't go home for summer break until an awful repeal and replace bill is passed. And there's the future position number 5. Say, screw it, go home and go golfing with Russians at Mar-a-Lago. Trump seems to think that needy Americans have become spoiled because Obamacare gave them, for the first time in their lives, the opportunity to visit doctors when they're sick. According to Trump, once you get something, it's awfully tough to take it away. But why would lawmakers, who are supposed to protect us, deliberately try to take away our health care, which should be a right, not a privilege? Whether you live or die, whether you suffer or not, should not depend on how much money you make. Even more bizarre, Donald Trump told the New York Times this week that he thinks people get health insurance for $12 a month. That's a great price, especially if you get a heart attack from that old greasy 15-cent hamburger you ate at your $5 front row Wrigley Field seat at a Cubs game. Seriously, what bizarre universe does this out-of-touch billionaire president live in? Healthcare, $12 a month? Really? Sadly, the essence of ObamaCare is to perversely get as many Americans as possible uninsured instead of insured. The goal is to keep insurance executives filthy rich and save the government money. To a lot of people, this makes sense. Oh yeah, we're going to save money. But it makes sense in the same way we could save a lot of money by eliminating jails and letting all those expensive prisoners go free and roam our streets. Or the way we could save a fortune by eliminating public schools and ensuring mass ignorance instead of education. Or eliminating food stamps and just letting the 43 million Americans who use them eat out of trash cans or starve. The truth is, Obamacare was a massive improvement over the cruel system that left people with pre-existing conditions out in the cold or drove people with illnesses to bankruptcy and sometimes destitution. How bad were the bad old days that Republicans want us to return to? Pre-Obamacare, insurance companies turned down 1 out of every 7 applicants with pre-existing conditions. These insurance denials increased by nearly 50% between 2007 and 2009, as companies saw this as a way to rake in more money at the expense of people's health and their lives. Still, Obamacare, as you know, has had major shortcomings and is completely insufficient. The obvious answer is Medicare for all. However, this will not happen until voters wake up and repeal and replace Republicans on Capitol Hill, as well as demand that Democrats finally listen to their base instead of greedy insurance companies. This is your daily reality check with Wayne Besen. Have a great day.